Earth's atmosphere. Today, after cyanobacteria, we have 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. But before cyanobacteria and life entered onto the planet, it used to be primarily CO2, ammonia, methane, water vapor, and other gases from volcano outgassing. So our atmosphere originally formed from volcanoes and then evolved or changed as life began to form on the planet to our current day, modern day atmosphere of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, which of course is important to us since we breathe oxygen. Now, our atmosphere is divided into layers, so let's go ahead down to the very bottom where we live. We live in the troposphere. The troposphere's temperature decreases as you go higher or as altitude increases. It's also where you find your weather. So our first cloud here is a cumulonimbus cloud. Notice the convection cells are moving air in the cumulonimbus cloud to make our hail and our dangerous low pressure system that can create tornadoes and hurricanes. We can fly in the troposphere. And then you also have your clouds. You have your cirrus, which are your high level clouds that are wispy, altocumulus, so your puffy mid-level clouds, and then your stratus or low level clouds. So that's all in the troposphere where we live. Now, as we go a little higher, we're going to get to the stratosphere. The stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which is O3 molecules that trap UV radiation and also heat up the top of the stratosphere. So its temperature actually increases as you go up to this zone where energy is being trapped from the sun. Now the mesosphere has meteorites that streak through it and burn up, and then its temperature decreases as you go up away from the ozone layer where the heat was. Finally, you get to our thermosphere, which is made up of two actual layers. You have the exosphere, where satellites are at the very top, and then you have your ionosphere, where you have occasional ions and meteorites streaking through. So those are our atmospheric layers. Now, you want to keep in mind, pressure decreases with altitude. So if we look at our circles, we start with lots of air molecules close together in the troposphere, where we live, so you're going to have plenty of air to breathe. But as you go to higher altitudes like the stratosphere, there are less air molecules. And you go higher up to the mesosphere, even less. And finally, this thermosphere, there are not very many air molecules moving around up there. So that would be your lowest pressure, and it would be your lowest air density.